Oh, I just got the controller mic going. Hold on. I didn't think about this. This is like the most, what's it called? Like, vulnerable I've ever had one of these streams be. It's funny. Hold on. Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let me turn the light off, actually. Really take it back to the good old days when I would play Security Breach during Christmas time. When I started live streaming regularly in the first place. Oh, God. Hold on. Go ahead. Get my headphones on. This way I can also check my phone and stuff. You know, I'm kind of like in the dark. Well, literally I am now, but in the dark when I have my headset on. Why am I watching a boys video? Boys gaming, in particular, I should say. Okay, we're so back. Now I have to take down that one post because it's gonna be a outdated, it's an outdated link. Let's try this again, shall we? Going over the whole Fnaf lore on stream. Timeline. Let's add a picture as well. What shall our picture be? What shall our picture be? Gotta scroll through all the garbage. Wait, was that a Five Freddy's image? No, it was not. Hold on. I'll get there. Actually, go to downloads, I think. This is perfect, not gonna lie. Oh, wait. Wait. Where the heck did I even get that link from? I don't think I got that from this stream. I think I just randomly... Hold on. I think this takes me to a... Yeah. Hold. I screwed this up. Hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're gonna send this to Evan on text. Okay.
Please give me. Lord, I can't sleep.
We'll get there. Now I gotta post this. Again. I am so incompetent. This is great. This is actually splendid. So at least start. I am not going from that one save. That was horrendous. We're not doing that. I will not be doing that again. Could play Ruin. Actually, I don't think I have Ruin installed. What is my most recent save that wasn't that one I just did? Because that one was terrible. Yeah, it's not that one. So it's either December 31st, 2024. I don't think so. I do not think so. It's probably the autosave, isn't it the first one? Oh, just November 16th, January 2024, July 9th, 2025. I was at 5 a.m. and only an hour 53 into my gameplay. What? That's kind of crazy. Oh wait, no. 1:53 a.m. Wait, no. No, that is the gameplay timer. December 31st. Do I just like not have a slot for my for my thing? This was a 7-hour. We're gonna go with this. We are gonna go with this. Okay.
Please give me. Lore, I can't sleep.
It's doing the thing again.
I was playing Fnaf and Golden Freddy was like, give me rent.
Golden Freddy. He's that one guy from that one game. Okay, I'm so incompetent. I just have to post this stupid... where's this image? Where's this thumbnail I made a while back? There it is. Jeezums. Okay. Awesome. Holy crap. Okay. That was a nightmare, but it's okay. It's okay. We made it. That was a terrible idea, playing Help Wanted, trying to do this at the same time. Okay. I don't know what my objective is right now. So anyways, what I was saying before I ended the first stream, something about sister location, of course. Why wouldn't I be talking about sister location? I actually had something relevant to say, I swear. That's why I did the stream in the first place. Something about... Freddy, help me out here. What was I gonna say? I was not gonna say that. Something... Dude is spazzing out. Something about... the mimic being... John Andrews said something that was not to my liking. I swear. That's why I started this whole thing. What am I doing? Okay, I have to turn on enter staff. So I did that. Escape the Pizzaplex. I don't want to do that. Did I do everything for the... Freddy. Come here, Freddy. Where are you? Do you have Chica's thing? Well, wait. Do you have all of your power bars? Because that's how I'll know. You do. Okay. So I'm all good to do the Afton ending if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Oh my god, it's freaking me out. Am I the only one whose favorite character is Shadow Bonnie? Holy crap, it's playing all of them. Holy crap, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out.
Sometimes in the middle of the night I feel alone and go to these streams, LOL.
I'm gonna freak out with all the... It overlaps constantly. Yes, you're the only person on the planet whose favorite character is Shadow Bonnie, yes. Anyways, holy moly, I was talking about how oh god, it was supposed to be a timeline video, or video stream. I was supposed to make a video and I didn't want to, so I was like, I'll just go over it on stream. Because of the movie. Okay, we're getting to it. I'm getting back to the thought process I was on. So the movie. This is the second movie, and then how that pertains to sister location, and then
I want it to be different.
And yeah, I mean Shadow Bonnie is definitely a different choice. My mic sounds so terrible compared to the VR one, which is so funny. Because the VR mic is just the headphones that came with the headset, but it's such a better quality than this, which is just hilarious to me. You know, then the $60 headset, that just has terrible quality. I got that already. Okay, so the movie, Michael Afton exists in the movie, but then
this sounds better.
I don't think it does. It sounds much crisper on the... It's just I'm louder here, but it's also because it's like right next to my face, and you can hear how fried my voice is at all times. It's great. This Bonnie Bowl. I'm not going to Bonnie. This is not Bonnie Bowl. Oh, this is a secret bakery that someone got upset at me for, apparently, and said that I was being clickbaity with my reaction when I wasn't, but whatever. I don't know, I thought it was a very strange comment. I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah, this is the... Oh, wait, there should be a thingy here. Freddy? Come here, Freddy? Freddy, come here! Come here, please! I need your eyes. I need your eyes to expose this disc for me. In the movie, in the second movie, Jesus, I am all over the place. In the second movie, there is both a Michael Afton and a Mike Schmidt. And that, well, it doesn't cause problems to me, but I feel like for some people it was like, well, what's going on? You know, similar with having like William Afton be the phone guy in the first movie. It's like, what are we doing? I thought we were past this. Freddie, I don't think I need you right now. I think, actually, I don't want to risk anything. And, you know, so with that, where the heck is this? With that, that was the wrong button. Michael Afton being a villain in the second movie. Oh, I got the stealth hoodie, because that's what I need. Whoa, well, maybe it works, because I just ran right into him and nothing happened. I don't know, I saw the movies similar to, like, the Silver Eyes being, well, I don't know any more about the Silver Eyes, but my initial interpretation of it was, like, it was the, like, flipped. Like, the Silver Eyes was, like, a flipped version of what actually happens in the games. I don't know, because, like, in that, and then the Silver Eyes, it's Henry's the one who has the secret bunker underneath his house, and you know, Henry's the one with the robot child, you know, and Henry's the one who kind of has all this stuff happen to him, whereas, like, William has no kids in the Silver Eyes. Yeah. He has not, well, I think he has a daughter who dies to baby, but he doesn't have the crying child or Michael. It's just Elizabeth. And the whole, like, fourth closet thing, it is weird. I didn't understand that book when I read it, but granted, I was, like, 10 years old, so, you know, I understood it as much as I could at the time. Similar with Twisted Ones. But, you know, I'm getting off topic here. The movies I'm trying to say are like a similar case where it's like you can't take everything from it, but you can. And so my main takeaway from the movies, or from at least the second one when I watched it, was like, William definitely had, like, circus baby under his house. That was definitely a thing, because it's in his house in the movie. So it's underneath his house, but also the fact that Vanessa is alive while it's happening, and, like, I don't know, the eyes are green. Yeah, you know, they are green. That is, yes, that is a real, I can't deny it, and that should mean that Elizabeth is in it. But I always thought Vanessa was just supposed to be Elizabeth, because that's how that works, you know. That's how that works. But whatever. I hope that Elizabeth does not exist in the third movie. That would be terrible, because now Afton would have 4 children, and that's awful. But so they have Vanessa be the good guy, and they have Michael be the bad guy in the movies. You know, which is like flipped from the games universe, where Elizabeth is the bad guy, and I'm gonna freak out. Is this on a timer or something? Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. And
this sounds better.
And Michael is the good guy in the games. But then was this always on the ground? Were there symbols always on the ground? I swear they were not. Anyways, then I got to thinking, which is this finally loops back to the first part of this stream about dislocation, which was Michael's speech at the end. Because I was thinking, how movie Michael is a bad guy and is like wanting to continue his father's legacy, which I don't think the movies aren't clear. Technically, Glamrock Freddy is Michael Afton and Evan / Crying Child is Gregory in the game lore. Actually, okay, we can talk about that since I'm obviously just kind of floundering here. I'm not. I had a point, but it's in my mind. I can get back to it. Michael. Oh no! What? Okay, sure. Michael isn't Glamrock Freddy. I like to think he is, but I'm pretty sure most people think he isn't. Because Michael's still alive, in my opinion. Michael Afton is alive and well, which I know is a crazy thing to say, but I'm pretty sure he's alive and well. Tragically, because he deserved his end in Fnaf 6. I think that was valid. But alas, he did not get it. Before their extinction. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, this. Anyways, because of this dislocation room, which is like a 1-for-1 of his room in dislocation, it's in this game. Nobody else would know how to make that except him. Except Michael. Like, nobody would know what his room looked like except him. I'm gonna try. No, do not do the connection terminate. I will actually end everything if you do that. Please do not do that. Anyways. Fudge. Michael's alive just because of that room for one. That's kind of my first thing with that is like nobody else would know how to do that room except him. Similarly, all of the hideouts. So, I know most people... I think there's something in here that I didn't get. Most people think the hideouts are for Gregory. And like, yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. Did I get everything? I'm trying to get the VIP ending. Oh my god, it's going over it. No, please stop. Oh. Hey, at least it went over that one. Holy crap. Anyways. Okay, it's all out of the way. Jesus. That keeps throwing me off. I was talking about Michael. The hideouts people think is for Gregory. Yes, I can see that. My only issue with that is why would Gregory need, for one, multiple hideouts if he is this kind of mastermind? I don't like to think I don't know. I'm on the fence still about whether Gregory is Patient 46 and he's all of these things and he's a bad guy who just magically turned good. But the thing about that, Gregory being a bad guy, presumably Patient 46, who then turns good and breaks free of whatever glitch trap mimic one thing is going on to him, whatever that may be. My thought process on that is someone had to do something to him, right? Something like that doesn't just happen. You don't just have a switch up like that. Like something has to happen that then, oh no, you're doing it. Please don't do that. Okay, please don't do that. I see it in the chat. Please don't do that. Anyways, Michael, I think Michael is the one who programmed the crying child Gregory, who I think is the crying child. I will stand by that. I've stood by that since 2020, I think. and I will continue to stand by that. Maybe 2021. Whenever the first trailer came out.
Ema tried to do the Henry speech.
No, please. No, no.
Turn as well.
No, please.
Nature to protect the innocent.
No, please. No.
Into yours.
No.
That was all I was going to do, lol.
Anyways. Holy crap. It's like my entire mind goes blank anytime that thing goes off. Michael. Okay, Guggery's like. Okay. Let me just start. The whole thing. So, in the beginning, we have Edwin, William, and Henry. Well, realistically, we have William and Henry. They have Fredbear's Family Diner. Fredbear's singing show. They have both. So they get their popularity by, this traveling circus, this Fall Fest thing. This is how they get popular. They have just basic suits that they wear. They're not animatronics. William has that rabbit with the purple vest, the glitch trap rabbit, the one in the posters for Fredbear's. And you might be saying, well, then why is Spring Bonnie? We'll get to that. Henry has a golden bear. What it looks like, I don't know, but probably looks like the one in the poster for Fredbear's singing show.
Eliza pre-MCI or Eliza post-MCI?
Oh man. Okay. There's a couple ways to think about that. I would like to believe that she's pre-MCI. Just because I would like to believe that she dies before the crying child does, and the crying child dies in 83. That being said, it doesn't make sense for William to have made the fun times if he hasn't started killing kids yet.
It's Golden Freddy, but the hat is purple and the bow is purple.
No, I know what Fredbear looks like. I'm talking about...
Eliza first.
Oh god, I've upset people. One person. Here's the thing. Right, Elizabeth's room is empty, which I know means absolutely nothing. I know. But, she's nowhere to be seen. Also, similarly, I would like to believe, and I know people have really turned on this theory in like the past year, that William likes his kids to some extent. He hates Michael for whatever. Well, he doesn't even hate Michael. He just doesn't like Michael. And he's mean to the crying child because the crying child's a robot. He's not a real kid. It doesn't matter. But Elizabeth at least likes her dad. And I'm sure you can say she was brainwashed or manipulated or whatever, but like, she doesn't seem to have many bad memories of William. So presumably he likes his kids to some extent. He does warn her not to go near baby. My point is that Elizabeth's death and eventual possession of baby, and then not coupled with crying child's death, that I think got him onto the whole killing of kids, perchancebly. It's complicated. I don't know. My issue is if Elizabeth doesn't die first, right? That means that crying child dies before Elizabeth. Which means that Charlie, presumably, dies before Elizabeth. Like, in order for Elizabeth to be killed by Circus Baby, and for Circus Baby's Circus Baby's Pizza World to exist, it only exists after the tragic closing, court and hand unit, of a Freddy's location. presumably, and they say Freddy's not Fredbear's, so presumably the 1985 MCI is what they're talking about, which is an issue, right? It's an issue because that means that Elizabeth dies after 1985, which is very annoying for the timeline because she looks to be about the same age as the crying child in like the mini games. They have like similar height. Like I don't know. I just assume they're the same age.
Huge success and even more
Yeah,
so the
that.
unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's
Yeah,
Pizza.
exactly. So this is, it's, you know, assuming that they're talking about the 1985 MCI. Because yeah, they would say Fredbear's because Fredbear's already was established in FNAF 2, so, and in FNAF 3, so they would have said Fredbear's if they meant Fredbear's, but they said Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So we can only assume they're talking about the 1985 location, which is also the FNAF 1 location, or it's the FNAF 3. There's something to it. Either they're all the same location and FNAF 1 is just a, like, they just kind of reopened the 1985 location building, or Fazbear's Fright was built in the 1985 location. It's one of the two. Yeah, Circus Babies only opens up after that. Which is unfortunate because yeah, I with everything in me would hope Elizabeth dies first just to make things easier, but yeah, I don't know if they're talking about.
Pizzeria could be the Into the Pit one.
I don't think Into the Pit is I don't think that game is canon to the game universe. Is that Roxy? That is. I think it's a separate continuity thing. So I Into the Pit for me is like not a real thing. The only thing it really confirms is that the MCI happens in 1985 for me, and the idea that what was I going to say?
But we could use it for lore.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can use all of the vast, various media for lore. I wouldn't look at it as like a mainline FNAF game, though. That's what I'm saying. So like for me, I see it and I say, okay, so you're saying the MCI happens in 1985. You know, time traveling ball pits, I don't think is in the lore. Monster
About Veins of Oak.
Vanessa Bot. Okay. I like that. I mean, I don't like the theory. I like the question. So when I first saw the trailer, the first trailer for Security Breach, like the
Vanessa died being caught by Circus Baby, and the adult Vanessa we see is a robot with illusion discs.
Oh, you mean in the movie? Yeah. I mean, I you know, she went to the hospital for a stabbing, presumably had surgery for that. I feel like that's something that would have been like touched on, you know, when they were doing alleged surgery on her in the hospital. After all, why would William stab her if he knew she was a robot? You know. Yeah, I know Circus Baby in the movie has green eyes, which is upsetting. I touched on that earlier. I don't think she's a robot in the movie just for because she like went to the hospital for her stab wound. And she has like
I'm being busy getting my charger to work. Wilted flower.
charger to work. My controller's fine. Yeah, so I don't think she's a robot. Yeah, she went to the hospital. She's having like visions, you know, stuff like that. And I know Charlie in the books, she bleeds as well and eats and all that. And I get that. And she didn't even have illusion discs. That's just how she was. And I get that. But I don't think she is in the... I just think that would make for the movies to be too... Not like lore heavy, but like... I feel like with the movies, they didn't want them to be to where you had to play the games, you know. And I feel like that's one of those things where in order for that to make sense, you would have had to have like played the games or read the books, or would just come out of left field.
And all other I have is my pad wilted flower.
PC, I don't even have a PC. I have a little laptop for college. That's doesn't run too much. Okay, I'm trying to get the VIP ending while I'm like idle here. I think there's a present back here, maybe, perchancebly. No. Anyways, speaking on to Vanessa Bott for the games. When I saw her in the trailer, in the first trailer, when she has green eyes, purple nails, and blonde hair, I was like, oh, so this is very obviously just Elizabeth, right? And I feel like that's something that people talked about, but also just kind of went on like, it's just like a passing thing. Like people were like, yeah, anyways, you know, and I feel like it should have been a bigger deal. That like Vanessa is very obviously Elizabeth Afton, and that was my initial like trying to think of the right word here, explanation for Patient 46, and the difference between her and Vanessa was like, you know, obviously Vanessa is having some kind of split personality thing with Vanny. Vanny being Elizabeth, in my opinion. Isn't this the VIP exit?
Gregory, you have a choice to make.
Oh.
The door is open, and lead the way, superstar.
So I can't... Me over here trying to get stuff, but I already have everything. Oh, wait. I platted this, duh. I was... Well, okay. So now I'm just free to explore. So I thought the, like, Patient 46 versus Vanessa thing was, like, her... Who's following me? Ooh, her just having split personalities. Because they describe, you know, the people who think Gregory is Patient 46, they think that because they describe Patient 46 as being a child and stuff like that. No, don't do it. In the Lost World Jurassic Park. Oh. Oh no! Why did I try to read the chat?
From the Tyrannosaurus and they say, I left Japan to G. But it doesn't work. What's your fav FNF lore?
What do you mean my favorite FNAF lore? What? I don't understand the question. Anyways, I thought Elizabeth was Patient 46, Vanny Elizabeth, and that's why they consider her a child because, you know, therapists are meant to obviously not feed into delusions, but like therapists are meant to, if you're like a split personality, you're meant to be addressed as such, you know. So like that's why they address her as a child, and they're like, oh, that's, you know, kind of big for you and whatever, is not because she's an actual kid, but just because her mind is in a state of being a kid. And this Elizabeth Vanny side of her is the one killing people. Oh my God, go! Is the one killing people. And her, Vanessa, just is none the wiser. And I keep going in circles because I'm lost. That was my point on Vanessa Bott, is I thought Vanessa was Elizabeth Afton. Not a robot, but just Elizabeth. A stand-in, if you will. What's my favorite FNAF lore? Can we be more specific? Favorite part? Oh my God, please stop. Well, that's a bad question because I hate all of it. All of it's terrible. Yeah, I hate all of it. Freddy, you can come in here. Are we serious? I've been like stressing for no reason. Yeah, that's a bad question because I hate all of it. It all sucks in my opinion. I guess just my favorite, like, it's just like it's a weird thing. Also, just because like FNAF lore, nothing is certain anyway. So like, for something to be my favorite, it would have to be something that at least actually was pertaining to the lore. And if you don't know any of it, then it's like, oh well. My favorite.
bus crashes in the blockbuster, there are some fake movie posters. Theirs is Arnold Schwarzenegger 1, Robin Lee.
Why are we talking about Jurassic World? Anyways, so I guess like when it comes to just FNAF things in general that I enjoy, um, I guess I'd have to say just like the concept of FNAF 3 to me is probably my favorite thing, which is funny
Have you
because
realized that Santa ain't real wilted flower?
anyways, I hate FNAF 3 as a game. I think it's terrible. I think FNAF 3 is a terrible, terrible game. Um, it just sucks. The two monitors and them being so slow to activate, and then the vent camera being a different camera from the main cameras, and then the not being able to look at other monitors while you're rebooting stuff, and Springtrap's jump scare I actually like.
Fool. I'm talking about the Lost World, not
Oh,
Jurassic
my
World.
bad. I read it as Jurassic World for some reason. I just saw what did I see? The Lost World Jurassic Park, and I just read it as Jurassic World. Why wouldn't you say Jurassic Park The Lost World? Why wouldn't you phrase it that way? Anyways, this goes nowhere. FNAF 3 as a concept, very cool. In my opinion, William Afton isn't dead. He's not. This is up for debate too as well. Whether William Afton is dead and possessing the Spring Bonnie suit, or he's alive in there.
67 mems.
I love 6-7.
Asterisk memes.
I'm
The person who gets eaten by the Tyrannosaurus is David Koch, the writer of the movie.
I feel like I knew that factoid. Anyways, I like to believe Springtrap is just William alive. In his body. He's not possessing the suit. It's his body. Which would track. That would track with him trying to get out of it in the cut, like in those weird images, I guess, the rare loading screens.
Called the Lost World, Jurassic Park, not the other way around.
Well, then they suck at naming things, I guess. I'm looking for a specific place, and I'm like,
Point index pointing at the viewer index pointing at the
I'm
viewer index
I'm
pointing
I'm
at
completely like lost, which never happens in this game. Well, it does, but it doesn't happen that often where I'm genuinely lost. Yeah, I think Springtrap is William alive or at least possessing his own body, but then at that point he's alive, right? Similar with Michael, a lot of people question whether Michael is possessing a dead body or just is alive. I think Michael just is alive. The idea of possessing the dead body just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why? At that point, like, I don't know. At that point, just be alive, right? So FNAF 3, I just like the idea of it genuinely being William. Because that's really the only... I mean, FNAF 6, but, like, Scraptrap sucks, you know? Or, sorry, Afton. Which is so funny to me, that his name is just Afton, but, like, Springtrap's name isn't Afton, but Scraptrap's name is. And his name isn't Scraptrap. I'm pretty sure that's fan-made. Yeah, his name is just Afton, which I find funny. Why he looks so different, I don't know. I don't know what he did. I want to say I have to go here to find what I'm looking for. So just the idea of Michael going like face to face with William is cool to me, but the game is terrible. So bad execution, which is, why I'm really praying that the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 movie is actually good and not the worst thing I've ever seen like the first two. Because the FNAF 3 was genuinely, like, when I heard it was going to be a trilogy way back in 2015 or 2016, I guess, when I heard about it. Like FNAF 3 has been the only one I've been looking forward to just because I think it's such a neat concept, and the games do it so poorly. Like, Springtrap's my favorite character, besides Withered Freddy. I like Withered Freddy for, like, aesthetic purposes, there's nothing, like, behind it.
Man 20.
I don't know what that means. Anyways, like, yeah, I just like Withered Freddy he just looks cool, but Springtrap is, like, my favorite character, just as a concept, is really cool. But it's just done so poorly. And then, yeah, Scrap Trap sucks. And then I love Burn Trap. I think that is an awesome design. I think it is an awesome story. I have, like, a pre-security breach retcon.
I have to watch TV 18% face with bags on eyes.
Okay. Where am I going, bro? The retcon, pre-ruin.
The
You know,
characters are Ian Malcolm, Nick Van Owen, Sarah Harding, Eddie Carr, Kelly Malcolm, Roland Tempo, and Ajay Sidhu. Don't go into TH.
don't go into the long grass sky, is what it said. Jesus. Anyways, where am I going? I know where I'm trying to go, and I just don't know. I'm like, okay, actually I do know where I'm supposed to go. And it's not here. I want to be in the atrium, which I should have taken the elevator. That would have taken... Ugh. Okay. Pre-ruin retcon, I loved the idea that Burn Trap genuinely was William Afton alive, and that the idea was he basically was being revived by the charging stations, which is why he's in a charging station, and which is why Freddy gets more and more disheveled with each hour, because every hour Freddy goes into a charging station, and basically what's happening is his, like, energy is getting sucked up and put into Afton, right? And so the reason why Vanny's killing kids is basically she's killing kids, they're possessing these robots, the robots charge, and then that remnant